effects. But the targeted removal is limited, as this is a Reno-style deck. Only one copy of each card available to Jinsoo.
Yep. If you want an idea of how important it is to be clearing out minions, I think that Primordial Glyph is a pretty prime example. I mean, opportunity to turn it into Kabbalah's Tome, but you know, he's got plenty of value in hand to think of when I hear Dr. Boom.
Yeah, it'd be just so cute.
Childish laughter.
What a lovable guy and his little boom bots. Nah, it's been long enough that we've all forgotten Dr. Boom's reign of terror. And now when you see him in a deck, you're like, aw, Dr. Boom. Good. Jinsoo just making use of the Sylvanas here. Again, attempting to keep this board as clear as possible. And Jinsoo actually with the favorable steal here, because this Cabal Talon Priest can be healed past that 3 health threshold. Whereas the Duskbreaker's just a 3/3.
I mean, it looks to me like Jinsoo's pulling pretty far ahead, where the board presence...
Dang near perfect
like,
impression.
It's like discover the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Like... Just hit for 7.
There you go.
Ah, yes. Identical.
98% accurate.
That's
Tako can't steal him with Potion of Madness. Tako can have a Radiant Elemental with a lot of health, but he himself does not have a lot of health.
Wow, I mean, that just looked like an easy game.
Needed that 1 point of damage for Jinsoo to be able to clear off this Ironwood Golem this turn and not have to sacrifice the Knife Juggler.
A small value effect. I would think the Knife Juggler is a much more important minion to be taken care of.
But I can certainly see a use for that Faceless Manipulator later on in the game. I don't think at any point it will be saved exclusively to
cards in my deck. I mean, that's one of the big benefits of playing Druid, is that your draw density is typically so high that almost any time you draw a card with a lot of mana, it's going to be pretty useful. So just take the time to protect yourself, take the hit when you're...
Alliance discounted for every recruit that is played.
I think you make your opponent do the attacking in a lot of these circumstances. Just spread out the damage, get ready to prepare those for death. Just hoping it can fight.
Not a bad copy, but still, Tako gonna need a little bit more here to get him through to that turn 10 Ultimate Infestation.
Moonfire's such a cool animation.
For such an innocuous card normally.
Yep. Every little man chopped down. Stegadon. I'm thinking like 4 attack would be good.
I don't hate it.
Thinking Wind Fury's alright. Just gets to, you know, death by 1,000 cuts.
If none of these die, I'm playing Lightfuse Stegadon next turn. Or
Yeah.
Quartermaster.
It's pretty scary. That's a scary sight for Tako, for sure.
Ideally, you get Wind Fury after you have... Probably not.
You can always Poison Seeds after.
That's true. And Jinsoo, knowing that Tako's going into turn 10, I would expect to see... he wants to play the Lotheb, he also wants to play the Stegadon. You can't play both.
It's a perfect timing for Lotheb. I'm sorry, for Malfurion here. It disrupts the turn from Jinsoo, who really wants to stop Ultimate Infestation for a turn. Just doesn't have the option.
+3 attack, but...
It's really the question. I mean, it's a matter of time to kill at this stage. And can you win if your opponent plays Ultimate Infestation? And so the board presence probably wins out when you take into account Ultimate Infestation.
Okay, so going wide, weak against Swipe here, but wanting to have more overall damage represented on board.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really any way to play around Swipe.
Quartermaster comes down, and you're looking at 8, 16, 24,
a lot
27
of
damage on board. Yeah, Quartermaster's still lethal.
I don't think there's a strong way for Tako to defend himself in the face of this. This is just so much damage.
Spreading Plague is 11 mana now. That's not an option. Poison Seeds still leaves 14 damage on Jinsoo's board.
Oh my.
Get him.
Aviana gets burned. Not that it's like a super important tool, but image.
Forgotten King, Ironwood Golem, Ixalit Ironwood Golem.
Ah,
okay.
there we go.
That's pretty nice, actually. Saw him hovering over that Ixalit, wondering what he was planning on doing with it. Oh.
Oh, boy.
Well.
That's still not quite enough to push through all this because they've been damaged.
That's enough. One quartermaster.
Oh, yeah.
All you need.
Oh, I just forgot about Wind Fury. Oh, my gosh. I was like, wait, how did that minion just attack again? And I was like, speaking of strong cards.
How about the strongest card? A little bit of a messy order there, but still really good just to have that Knife Juggler on the board. And Tako next turn with the Steward of the Dark.
Their own board presence, you know, that just gets torn apart.
This Quartermaster here is massive, and the second equality means that
Oh.
with that Dry Gulch Jailer, you can commit a
Reassemble
couple
the board.
more dudes, maybe get a better Quartermaster. And now that you're killing everything that Jinsoo has, you're ensuring that there's no minion counterplay.
This is really strong to go with it. Steward of Dark. Oh my gosh, just so brutal.
It's not a card you see in every dude
Just
paladin,
go in
but
face.
it's
No. And I'm like, oh right, ramp.
Turn 10, wait, turn 6. This is a hell of a turn 6.
This certainly feels like a ramp. That ended up happening here. Jinsoo's gonna have to get it in game 4 if he's gonna want to take this one. Well, whoop, whoop.
Hold, brothers, hold. Poison Seed Spreading Plague. And Equality Rallying Blade. Never mind.
Oh yeah, he's at 2, huh?
Yeah.
Look at that, equality. No swipe potential. Yeah, there's just nothing here. Should swipe, I will add, but it's not enough. Spreading Plague only equalizes the board state. It doesn't make one for each one your opponent controls. So we're going to game 4. Tako just beats down Jinsoo, even after what I would consider a fairly strong early start, just missing the proper swipe at the right time to really fight against everything that was happening.
That one missed turn, sometimes more than enough for the Paladin to get you. Take advantage of weakness. They smell blood, and they're going to go for face, and that's exactly what Tako was able to do. And now just another piece of reactive removal, and Spreading Plague for 1-1-5, because that's as good as Spreading Plague is ever going to get in this matchup. Tako down to 13.
Shields up.
Upgraded Spellstone. Okay.
Jade Blossom, or is it better Jade Blossom now and then use those cards afterwards? Jinsoo just needs to maximize the amount of damage output in these spots.
Keep the minions on board as healthy as possible, as plentiful as possible. And it certainly does help that Aya and Jade Blossom, you'd like to hold on to the very least one copy for your combo.
Yeah, I'm eyeing the swipe, and it just looks like it's going to cut the most off the board. And that's just really the game plan for Tako right now. Cut the board down, cut the board size down as much as possible, and look to extend the duration of this game. If it goes long enough, Tako's window is going to be blown wide open to take full advantage of the board state.
But now,
how about another 14 attack on board? I mean, this is looking.
Tako can armor for 12 with the branching paths.
Yep, and get the Spellstone out in time too. A couple of Spellstones, that is.
Yep.
Looks like they got all of this just in time as well.
Right down to that rope, but
Good way to cut that damage down.
Very effective turn. And cutting down your hand size a little bit. It's early on, but now he is just drawing fire every turn.
Well, now the poison seeds, though, looking quite effective. I mean, suddenly it's pulling much more power off board than it was before, but it is making an 8/8 Jade Golem on the death rattle from Aya. Tough call.
Not easy. So if you give up the swipe, maybe you get a little bit more time. And now you also...
Combo damage has been cut to 23 at this point.
And you don't have the clear on the board with the swipe.
That's right.
I think this might be the right choice, but it's definitely not an easy one to make. Oh.
Wow. That is a huge draw for Jinsoo.
The perfect draw.
Deal 5, gain 5. Make a 5/5. Oh, by the way, draw 5. And Lotheb joins the party.
Increase your opponent's spell's mana cost by 5. Ironwood Golems, I think that's checkmate, Admirable.
Throws out the well played. Tako's checking it again and again. Do I have a way to live? He does not, and Jinsoo is going to take the set 3-1.